Red Dead Redemption 2 is an unforgettable experience, a fabulous title, worth all its content. Undoubtedly, those who admit it's more than a game have all rights to do so. In fact, this is an excellent example of how games developed over the years from a simple two walls bouncing a ball to becoming somewhat of a new branch of art. And while trusting Rockstar, the same would go for the online mode, right? It would be exactly as enjoyable as the story mode, right? Well, nah, Rockstar completely forgot about Red Dead Redemption online mode. This matter is extensively discussed for as long as Red Dead was around, and I'm not the only one, and I'm not the first one, of course. People's discontent is widely spread as with more months without a proper update, letting players experience new content, there is still no clear future ahead of Red Dead Online. It has become intelligible that Rockstar just threw further content expansions into the bin, remaining silent and cutting off any communication. Thus, we all, including me, are left in a conundrum. Will this, one of Rockstar's biggest sandboxes apart from GTA, ever be great again? The whole thing starts at the point of why are there so many complaints? For any new player, don't be deceived by it. Red Dead Online is still one of the most relevant Western RPG, guaranteeing a ton of joy and no burden. After the initial grind, which takes place at the beginning of the journey, we have the vast open world right for us, with many activities, quests, and professions. Shit. As I am reading it now, it just sounds hilarious as fuck. Honestly, even for the newcomers, there are issues that will right away discourage them from getting deeper into the exploration of what this game has to offer. It is mainly caused by the grind, which is a pure time-consuming aspect, and that part of the community isn't even the main source of all criticism towards Rockstar's ignorance. It comes from the tough veterans spending hundreds of hours in this title, maxing everything out and being left with nothing else to do in the end. For clarification, I wasn't so mad to do it, I got bored in the process, although I tried everything I could in this game, every content, every profession, so that I have some experience in it. The charts sharing the average amount of players in Red Dead Online show how miserable the position is now, especially compared to GTA Online statistics, where new content comes every few months. Since the last update, which was nearly a year ago, it went absolutely downhill. And what's worse, that tendency isn't so simple to fix by just one solid update. As of now, this is recorded, the last week abounded in rumors that allegedly Red Dead Redemption Remake and Next Gen update are in the works. It actually filled people with hope that finally the big guys in the studio plunged the courage to take some action into reviving this Western production. Nonetheless, it is still far from formal, and don't be delusional. Rockstar's relevance and reliableness are no longer so decent. The rumors came from a word of mouth and a leaker that not always got everything right, and his credibility is questionable, as well as access to people whom you can really trust when it comes to sharing info about their company actions. Because let's be honest with that, Rockstar is really narrow in that aspect. Even though it might be actually true, we need to settle a question. Is this really going to affect the actual state of Red Dead Online? There is a remaining main issue with the online mode, and it's basically something that not so many people have stated anywhere, and it's kind of skipped in many discussions or materials expanding and explaining the problem of Red Dead Online. The thing is that the Red Dead Online right from the start was dictated by Rockstar to be a completely wasted potential. It all lies in the core of the game, which is from the beginning broken. The day online mode was released, it faced major hate as it was an unplayable mess, and it took Rockstar way too long to implement any patches, which in fact didn't placate the community. It was visible, and it is more clear now that the dev team lacks one crucial element, which is the proper leading team, pushing the ideas and the development. The stagnation is caused mainly because of no roadmap and the devs' reckless decisions that aren't going hand in hand with the main reason people find joy in Red Dead, and it is just being a gunslinger. Most professions, which were a positive step in enhancing online mode, are just boring, and even the most exciting bounty hunter becomes dull and rapidly monotonous over some time. They've extracted the main purpose this game could have been amusing, and it was earning money by just killing the bad guys. Basically, we are dedicated to living a peaceful hunter's life in our camp. On the contrary, Rockstar's take on GTA 5 online mode is wholly different, and they still add diverse content to it, and this infuriates the community even more, because why wouldn't they do the same with their other, potentially bigger sandbox? Answering the most essential question, this game hasn't died recently. It was kissed off by the devs right into 2018.